Hello YouTube, hello MGTOW, hello Red Pill, this is Red Pill the Win. Now this video goes out especially to Emperor Dion. Because me and him have roughly the same ideas, understanding of what the situation is. First, I'd like to address one of his videos. Why the Native Americans are on reservations. Why they are called Native Americans. They're called Native Americans because the government lumped them all together. The government lumped them all together. Now instead of by tribes, there were multiple tribes of Native Americans. I do believe there was too many to count, and many of them are not here today, or not here in the numbers, in vast numbers, or prominent. The Choctaw, Chicopee, Cherokee, Chinook, Sioux, Navajo, and that's, if I didn't say it, Blackhawk, and Apache. Those are not military aircraft names. Those are actually Native American tribes. The Pawnee Indians, Native Americans. Why are these tribe of indigenous people lumped into Native Americans? Lumped as one people. Simple fact. So that a certain government is not guilty of a genocide. So that a government is not can claim that their hands are clean of genocides. Just that simple. Dwindle the population down, lump them all together, and let time sort it out. Native American have very limited power, but they are allowed tax breaks. They are allowed ridiculous tax breaks. They're not represented in Congress. Because there's not that many of them. They're not very well represented. The Native Americans are on nothing more than a wildlife preserve. It's basically so that the government can claim that they have never committed a genocide. When there are many tribes that are not here today. And if they are here in such small numbers that it might as well be non-existent. Hence the words that I've said, bred out or bled out. Many tribes were bled out. Many tribes are and continue to this day to be bred out. And I want to add another one is bred out, bled out, or locked out. What I mean by locked out is you're in prison. You're locked up. Now, how does that pertain to the community? Instead of after the burning of Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, instead of after the Okeechobee, Florida massacre, instead of after Seneca Valley, instead of relocating someplace in the United States, we should have built our wealth and relocated someplace else outside of the United States years and centuries ago. Centuries ago. And that is what's happening with the passport bros. But they're not taking black women with them. Why are they not taking black women with them? You've called these men dusties. You've called these men out of their every other negative name in the book, every condescending name. And many of them you have destroyed their confidence. So they're going elsewhere to build. They're not building in a community that never wanted them in the first place. Ladies, black women, I'm just telling you what it is. You don't gotta like it. You can tell me that, oh, you're wrong. You're just mad because you can't get, okay, well, it is what it is. I mean, I've been banging my hand for since puberty, and it doesn't seem that anything's changing anytime soon. You know, I'm just telling you what it is. You could tell me to piss off and fly a kite in a thunderstorm with a golden rod in my behind, attached to a golden string. And I could care less. It's not. I mean, it is what it is. It's not my problem. My problem is getting through day-to-day life. And sadly and tragically, you continue to denigrate these men and insult these men. And your insults are not making them come back. You're not convincing them to come back. And it's too late to say sorry. It's too late for an apology. It's too late for an apology. So those men decide to go over to the Philippines and start a business up. They're not sending money back to you. They're keeping it over there with their families. A lot of these men are not doing generational wealth for you. They're doing generational wealth for their families of the culture they've been adopted into. It is what it is. You created this. You solve it. And you want to basically tell me that I'm supposed to take responsibility for another man, for your screw up in relationship, first thing, you screwed up, ladies. You screwed up. It is what it is. You know, everybody screws up. We're only human beings. But don't expect a man like me to take responsibility for a man who's just there to plow you and have no form of relationship with you. Don't expect that. In fact, I will tell you this much. If you're expecting that, if you hold your breath long enough, you'll pass out. If you hold your breath long enough, you'll pass out. It is what it is. Call me a dusty all you want. Call me a dusty all you want. It doesn't really matter to me. But it's ultimately your decision. My hands have been washed. I'm not one of the ones that were banging women in my early years. I didn't get that chance. That chance has slipped me by. I was told no on numerous occasions. I was told I was rejected on numerous occasions. So if I was rejected on numerous occasions, what makes you think? What in your right mind makes you think that I'm going to sit here and take you now? I'm 35, almost 36 years old. You really absolutely think that a person like me is going to take you? Bless your heart, sweet summer child. This is Red Pill in the Wind signing off.